Peace and blessings, everybody. We are in day 56 of the 90-day game dev challenge. Now, I want to do a halfway checkpoint. We're past the half point, but I wanted to do that anyway now. Now, remember the conditions. The win condition is if I win, I get to live a newly built life for myself where I am doing what I love for a living. The lose condition is if I don't meet that objective, then I end up driving rideshare for a whole year where I do nothing but focus on stacking money so I can be able to put this game out and serve all the people who have been awesome to contribute. Another conditional element of the challenge is that I have one continue remaining, plus 90 days, which would bring us to the end of the freaking year. Will we need to use it? I don't know, but we'll find out. Anyway, let's jump into a recap of what we've been able to get done up until this point, to this checkpoint. So week number 1, pretty much we removed just the X-axis camera where you can only look on the X-axis, and we added a Y-axis for more verticality in the game. So you can shoot on the Y-axis now, and you can be able to look up and everything like that with the camera. Then we added growing level 1 changers where you can grow grass by shooting and using abilities. Then also in week 1, we added the charge shot with the trail of grass that when you do the charge shot, if it hits an enemy, they should explode and get a lot of damage, and also creates a trail of level 1 changers to help your faction. We also removed the spammy roll and added a dash ability into where you'll be able to grow changers with some of those abilities as well. We added the punch ability or the primary attack. We got that working. The special attack, every character will have a special attack. So I gave Seth the Grenade Ripper special attack to have like just an AoE grass radius. Then we added the ability to be able to nurture as well. I have not got the logic in terms of the plants growing up, but we got the base controller stuff working for that. And the harvest ability, you can pick up plants and put them down just like in the old build. And the roll. So we had like a dive and roll, but that was kind of like your dash, but we gave Seth the ability to have like a sprint roll. So he can now roll and go really fast or just kind of maneuver around to dodge enemies and things like that. Week 2, what did we get done? We added the goat leopard lifeform enemy. We added the nav mesh logic for that. We added the idle patrol AI for the goat. We also added the chase AI for the goat. We added the attack AI for the GOAT, added the collisions plus the logic for that for the GOAT, and we added collisions plus logic to Seth. We added damage logic, and we added screen shake on primary attack. Week number 3, added the title screen functions to the old tech demo. We also added the pause menu options to where people can go back to the title screen or they can restart in the old tech demo. Before, you could not do that. And this is where I started to transition into making sure that I make time for objective number 1, because I can just sit here and make a game. But if I don't get objective number 1 down like this, like being realistic about getting the game to a certain point and where I can live off of that, I am not focusing on that because I don't want to bank on my game making money. I want to be able to focus on the creative process without that pressure and be able to create something beautiful. I have a vision in a world where we could create things, but like, it's not like, oh, if I don't create this, I'm not gonna eat. I have a vision of different things that are centered around the creation process and everything that people can be able to eat and serve and take care of their families. So I went to CGDC Realm Makers event, and I met so many of my brothers and sisters of my faith, man. Met back and connect with them, which was awesome. And I was also able to meet some new people, which was amazing, which has been leading me to some great things that we have coming up this fall and September and October, which I explained to you all about the competition and all the other stuff that we got going on, man. It's some big things on the horizon, man. I can't wait to share more of it with you all. So week number 4, pretty much we were able to get hit reaction done and with the goat leopard. And we were able to get launching with the goat leopard. It's unpolished. It's still unpolished in the current version, but it's unpolished. But I was able to get him to go knocked into the air, and that was a good start for week number 4. Then jumping into week number 5. So we discovered that the root motion parent cannot rotate, and that we need to rotate the character child of the player. So, and that goes for the enemies as well. So we discovered that issue, and we discovered that we needed a new movement / animation system. And I'm glad I found this, because this would have been a huge issue if I did not find it. Then we did some objective number 1 things, which we've been working on the ecosystem and working on our partnerships within that ecosystem. So here at Tiny House Community Development, we've been in talks with them about building a community for creatives and setting up an environment like that where they have a creative hub / makerspace. I was talking to them, and I went to one of their sites where they're building a veteran community of tiny houses for veterans, which was awesome. Jumping into week number 6. So in week number 6, we fixed 𝐓𝐡𝐞's run cycle to the new movement and animation system. And we also fixed 𝐓𝐡𝐞's dash ability to the new animation and movement system. We fixed the goat leopard's run cycle to the new animation and movement system. And we fixed the goat leopard's attack, his primary attack, to the new animation and movement system. So week number 7, I was focused on ecosystem things. I was doing a lot of fixes in the game that I was not ready to show yet, but with the ecosystem, I pretty much have a vision where I believe that games can be free. They can be. I'm talking about a game from start to finish, not a live service game, but a game from start to finish. Probably has some updates and DLC, things like that, but it is free. Anybody can play it and enjoy the experience. And I explained that in the video. I'm not going to go too much into detail about it, but it's on the channel. I know a lot of people think it's impossible, but trust me, with a number of business models that I have done my research on, it's already been done in different areas. It just has not been combined into one thing, and that's what I'm doing. So it's actually sustainable, and a company can make money with this model. I know you're like, how? But let me do it first, because I don't want people to be like, oh, you didn't do it. You didn't do it. So you got to show proof first. So I'm going to show proof. Then we'll go into details about how it's working and all that later on. But you'll see me do a lot of videos about the what and the why, and I'll give details around the why and the what that will make sense in terms of why I think this should happen. So me and my team are working on it. Just stay tuned. Then we land to the present, week number 8. So week number 8, we fixed 𝐓𝐡𝐞's shooting to the new movement and animation system. We fixed his primary attack to the same thing to adopt that system. And we fixed the GOAT hit reaction to the new movement and animation system. And we polished the GOAT leopard's launch logic. I fixed it. It looks great, man. Check this out. It's gonna be like, it's gonna be like freaking Turtles in Time. If we have a boss, maybe we'll have a boss like that. We'll have a boss like the classic Turtles in Time. Hold on, I gotta show y'all that. Let me pull that up real quick. All right, we got it right here. So we got Shredder, right? He's like, tonight I dine on turtle soup. And then you fight him, and the camera switches around, and you just gotta throw these dudes into the screen. This is exactly how it's gonna be. Well, let's see. They gotta throw one. That's how it's gonna be, y'all. We might have to pay homage to Turtles in Time just off of this fight. So instead of launching dudes out in the distance, we might do like a fixed camera or something where you'll have like a 2D or isometric camera like this fixed. You just throwing enemies into the boss. It's such a cool fight. It was such an awesome idea, man, for them to do this. Classic game. So let's see. Let's get them right here. We sitting there looking at 𝐓𝐡𝐞 right there. Fixed screen. Let's see how many we can launch into the screen. All right, we're gonna launch them. Oh, there you go. That's 1. That's 2. Hold on, I think I hit the screen right there. That's 3. Okay, I gotta turn this way, I think. Oh, he hit to the screen. I don't think that was going to hit the screen. That was not. Oh, is he going into it? Oh, how many did I get, y'all? I don't know how many I got. Oh, he got in. Bam. You only got to hit Shredder about 3 or 4 times, I think. So as long as I get 3, bam, that's 1. Bam. I'm telling y'all, man, when we get this right, it's gonna be like combat like no other, man. You just gonna see stuff flying. You're gonna see plants growing. You're gonna be like, yo, it's just freaking war combat going on in this game. Like, it's just insane. I can't wait, man. I got the vision here. I got it. You'll be able to see what I'm seeing. Once I get this here on my screen, you're gonna be able to see it. I don't know if you see it now, but so I think that concludes everything for today, y'all. For somebody who does not have coding experience, like I had no coding experience, and I just jumped into visual scripting, started doing my research, started using the tools to help me learn it, to download all the information into my brain so that I can hit the ground running. And up to this point, I think we did pretty good, man. I think we did pretty good. I still have a lot to learn, but I'm very, very proud I am very proud and happy with what we were able to get up to this point, man. I'm grateful. I think that's the word I'm looking for. I'm very grateful that we were able to get to this point, and I'm excited about moving forward, man. Moving forward. That brings me to one of the biggest challenges, just the past week and up to this point, up to these 6 or several weeks, is letting go, man. I realized I had to let go of a lot of failures. I had to learn from them. I had to let go of a lot of like location stuff in terms of where I am and where I'm going to be, places I was in the past and places I want to be and could be, that I need to focus my mind on that. I had to let go of those things. I had to let go of relationships, people that are not serving the ultimate vision and the ultimate lifestyle that I want to live. I had to let go of things. I had to let go of habits. I had to let go of a lot, y'all. So I would say that's one of the biggest challenges that has been up to this point with the challenge. And I'm super glad that I was able to reach this understanding and awareness and start taking action on it. Anyway, that is all, y'all. That is all. And that brings me to, you already know, because this is very relevant, for I say it all the time. Seek the kingdom and its righteousness. It's the same thing of being at the right place at the right time, man. The right position. I could be in the wrong place if I'm not letting go. And if I'm in the wrong place by not letting go, I could arrive somewhere at the right time, but I'm not in the right place. So this going to screw everything up. So the kingdom and the righteousness is a place and a time, a place and a position. That is exactly why, as we seek first, the kingdom and the righteousness, we prevail. We are in the most high definition bare hand signing out. Peace.